Hey, beautiful Virgo souls, I just had to share this reading with you because the energy that came through when I asked about your love life was absolutely incredible. I'm talking about someone with serious status, influence, or fame stepping into your romantic world, and honestly, the cards are telling such a fascinating story about this. So I shuffled my deck with Virgo energy in mind, specifically asking about this high status person entering your love life. And wow, the cards that came up were not what I expected at all. Let me walk you through what the universe is showing us, because this is genuinely exciting. The first card that practically jumped out of my deck was the Four of Swords. And I have to say, this completely caught me off guard for a love reading. But when I sat with this energy, it started making so much sense. This card is telling us that this famous or high-status person is actually going to enter your life during a period when you're in a state of rest, reflection, or maybe even when you've stepped back from actively seeking romance. Think about it, Virgo. You know how you are. You're probably so focused on perfecting other areas of your life right now. Maybe you've been channeling all that beautiful Virgo energy into your career, your health routines, organizing your space, or just taking time to really understand what you want in love. The Four of Swords is showing me that this person is going to appear precisely when you're not desperately searching or putting pressure on yourself about relationships. What's absolutely fascinating about this card in this context is that it suggests this high-status person might actually be drawn to your grounded, centered energy. While everyone else around them might be chaotic or trying too hard to get their attention, you're going to be in this beautiful space of inner peace and self-awareness. That's incredibly attractive to someone who probably deals with a lot of superficial attention in their daily life. I'm seeing this person being genuinely refreshed by your authentic, no-drama approach. The Four of Swords often represents meditation and contemplation, and I think this person is going to be attracted to how thoughtful and intentional you are about everything, including relationships. They're used to people who want something from them, but you're going to be different because you're complete within yourself. The second card that came through was the Page of Pentacles, and this is where things get really interesting because we're talking about someone with high status or fame, right? But this page energy is telling us that despite their external success or recognition, there's something very humble and eager to learn about this person when it comes to genuine connection. The Page of Pentacles represents someone who's willing to start fresh, to be a student, to approach things with beginner's mind. I think what's happening here is that this famous or high-status person has probably had a lot of shallow relationships or connections based on what they can provide rather than who they truly are. When they meet you, they're going to want to approach love and romance like the Page of Pentacles with genuine curiosity and willingness to learn. This card is also deeply connected to Earth energy, just like you, Virgo, so there's this beautiful compatibility being shown here. While they might be famous or have high status, the connection between you two is going to be built on very practical, real-world foundations. I'm seeing shared values around work ethic, building something substantial together, maybe even collaborating on projects that have tangible results. The Page of Pentacles often appears when someone is ready to invest time and energy into learning a new skill or developing a new aspect of themselves. I think this person is going to see you as someone they can learn from, especially when it comes to creating stability and genuine depth in relationships. Your Virgo wisdom about taking things slow and building solid foundations is going to be exactly what they need. What's really beautiful about this card is that it suggests this person, despite their fame or status, is going to approach your connection with the enthusiasm and dedication of someone who's just starting out. They're not going to take their status for granted or expect you to be impressed by surface-level things. Instead, they're going to roll up their sleeves and do the actual work of getting to know you and building something real. The third card was the Two of Cups. But here's where it gets interesting because this showed up reversed, and I know that might sound concerning, but stick with me because this is actually revealing something really important about the timing and nature of this connection. The Two of Cups reversed isn't saying that the connection won't be beautiful or meaningful. Instead, it's showing me that the traditional way this relationship unfolds is going to be completely different from what either of you might expect. Usually, when we think of meeting someone famous or high status, we imagine these grand, dramatic scenarios, right? But this reversed Two of Cups is telling us that your connection is going to develop in a much more unconventional way. I'm seeing that one or both of you might initially resist the connection, not because you don't like each other, but because it doesn't fit into the neat categories you've created in your minds about what your ideal relationship should look like. You, being a Virgo, probably have very specific ideas about the type of person who would be compatible with your lifestyle and values. And they, being famous or high status, probably have their own assumptions about what kind of relationships work in their world. The Two of Cups reversed is showing me that you'll need to release some of those preconceived notions to allow this connection to flourish. It's like the universe is saying that love doesn't always arrive in the packaging we expect. And sometimes the most profound connections happen when we're brave enough to explore relationships that don't fit our usual patterns. This reversal also suggests that the initial stages of your connection might happen in private or away from public scrutiny. Given that we're talking about someone with fame or high status, this makes perfect sense. The real bonding and emotional intimacy between you two is going to develop in quiet moments, private conversations, and settings where they can just be themselves without the pressure of their public persona. Moving on to the fourth card, and this one really made me pause because it's the Eight of Wands, which typically represents swift movement and rapid communication. And in the context of meeting someone famous or high status, this is telling us that when this connection begins, it's going to develop with surprising speed. Now, I know as a Virgo, you usually prefer to take things slowly and analyze every detail before moving forward. But the Eight of Wands is showing me that this situation is going to unfold much faster than you're typically comfortable with. But here's the thing. This rapid development isn't going to feel chaotic or overwhelming. Instead, it's going to feel like natural momentum, like things are just falling into place in a way that makes perfect sense. I'm getting strong messages about communication playing a huge role in how this connection develops. The Eight of Wands often represents messages, calls, texts, emails, and I think there's going to be this incredible flow of communication between you two once you connect. Maybe you'll find yourselves talking for hours without realizing how much time has passed, or perhaps you'll discover that you can communicate with each other in ways that feel almost telepathic. This card is also showing me that distance might be a factor initially. This high-status person might not live in your immediate area, or perhaps they travel frequently for work. But the Eight of Wands suggests that physical distance won't be a barrier to developing this connection. In fact, the anticipation and excitement of planning visits or meeting up might actually intensify the romantic energy between you. What's beautiful about this card in your reading is that it suggests all the careful thought and preparation you've been doing, all that Four of Swords contemplation energy, is going to pay off when the time comes to act. When opportunities for connection arise, you'll be ready to respond quickly and authentically. The Eight of Wands rewards those who have done their inner work and are prepared to recognize and seize the right opportunities when they appear. The fifth card absolutely stunned me because it's the Three of Pentacles, and this is showing me that your connection with this famous or high-status person is going to have a significant collaborative element. This isn't just going to be a romantic relationship. This is going to be a partnership where you both bring your unique skills and talents to create something meaningful together. The Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork, shared goals, and mutual respect for each other's abilities. I'm seeing that you and this person are going to discover that you complement each other perfectly in terms of what you can offer to shared projects or goals. Your Virgo attention to detail, organizational skills, and ability to see practical solutions is going to be incredibly valuable to them, while their platform, connections, or resources might help you expand your own influence or reach. This card often appears when there's recognition for good work, and I think there's something here about your relationship becoming known or acknowledged in positive ways. Not in a tabloid drama sense, but in a way where people recognize that you two bring out the best in each other and create something beautiful together. What's really exciting about the Three of Pentacles in this context is that it suggests this person is going to see you as an equal partner, not just someone they're dating. Despite any differences in fame or status, they're going to value your input, respect your expertise in your areas of strength, and want to build something substantial with you that goes beyond just romantic feelings. I'm also getting messages that this collaboration might be how you initially meet or connect with this person. Maybe you'll end up working together on a project, or perhaps you'll meet through professional networks or shared interests. The Three of Pentacles energy suggests that your connection will be built on a foundation of mutual admiration for each other's work and capabilities. The sixth card that came through was the Queen of Swords, and I have to say, this card appearing in your love reading is absolutely perfect for Virgo energy. The Queen of Swords represents someone who is intellectually sharp, emotionally mature, and completely honest about what they want and need in relationships. This card is showing me that you're going to approach this connection with this famous or high-status person from a place of complete authenticity and mental clarity. You're not going to be starstruck or lose yourself in the excitement of their status. Instead, you're going to maintain your discriminating Virgo nature and evaluate this person based on their character, their treatment of you, and whether they truly align with your values. The Queen of Swords is often someone who has been through enough relationship experiences to know exactly what they will and won't accept. And I think this is where you are right now in your romantic journey. You've done the work to understand yourself deeply, and you're not willing to compromise your standards just because someone has fame or high status. This Queen energy is also telling me that your communication in this relationship is going to be remarkably clear and direct. No games, no manipulation, no trying to be someone you're not to impress them. You're going to speak your truth with kindness but firmness. And surprisingly, this person is going to find this incredibly refreshing. I think one of the reasons this high-status person is going to be drawn to you is precisely because you embody this Queen of Swords energy. They're probably used to people who tell them what they think they want to hear, but you're going to be different. You're going to ask the questions that matter, call them out when necessary, and offer the kind of honest perspective that's rare in their world. The Queen of Swords also represents someone who can separate emotion from logic when needed, and I think this ability is going to be crucial in navigating a relationship with someone who lives in the public eye. You'll be able to see situations clearly without getting caught up in drama or external opinions. Now, the seventh and final card in this reading completely took my breath away because it's the Hermit. And this card appearing in a reading about someone famous entering your love life is giving me chills because it's showing me something so profound about the deeper purpose of this connection. The Hermit represents someone who has done significant inner work, someone who has wisdom to share, and someone who can serve as a guide for others. In the context of your love life, this card is telling me that this connection with a high status or famous person isn't just about romance. It's about both of you serving as spiritual and emotional guides for each other. I'm seeing that this person, despite their external success and recognition, is going to be in a phase of their life where they're seeking deeper meaning and authentic connection. They're going to be drawn to you because you embody the Hermit energy, that wise, grounded, inner knowing quality that can help them navigate their path with more consciousness and intentionality. But here's what's beautiful about this card. It's not just one-sided. The Hermit also suggests that through this relationship, you're going to discover new aspects of your own wisdom and capability. Being with someone who operates on a larger platform or has wider influence is going to help you recognize the value of your own insights and perhaps inspire you to share your gifts with a broader audience. The Hermit often appears when it's time to step into a teaching or mentoring role, And I think this relationship is going to catalyze that energy for both of you. You might find yourselves becoming advocates for meaningful causes, using your combined platform to bring awareness to issues you care about, or simply serving as examples of what authentic, conscious relationship looks like. This card is also telling me that despite any public attention this relationship might bring, the most important and transformative aspects of your connection are going to happen in private, quiet moments where you can both drop your public personas and connect soul to soul. The Hermit energy thrives in solitude and intimate spaces, and that's where the real magic between you two is going to unfold. Looking at all these cards together, the story they're telling about this famous or high-status person entering your love life is absolutely beautiful. You're going to meet them when you're in a centered, reflective space in your life. They're going to approach the connection with humility and genuine desire to learn and grow. The relationship might develop in unconventional ways and move more quickly than you expect, but it's going to be built on solid foundations of collaboration, mutual respect, and authentic communication. Most importantly, this isn't just going to be a relationship that adds excitement to your life, it's going to be a partnership that helps both of you become more of who you're meant to be. The combination of your Virgo wisdom and their platform or influence is going to create opportunities for both personal growth and positive impact in the world. I am genuinely excited for you, Virgo, because the energy around this connection feels so authentic and purposeful. It's not about fame or status for the sake of excitement. It's about two people who recognize something real and valuable in each other and are willing to build something meaningful together.